On August 5, 1824, the Greek War of Independence reached a notable climax as Konstantinos Kanaris led his fleet to confront Ottoman and Egyptian naval forces in the Battle of Samos, showcasing the struggle for freedom. The Greek War of Independence, which began in 1821, was fueled by a widespread yearning for liberation from centuries of Ottoman rule, with leaders like Kanaris emerging as pivotal figures in the struggle. Konstantinos Kanaris, a key figure in this battle, was renowned for his bravery and tactical prowess, motivating his crew to fight fiercely against their formidable foes. As the Greek fleet set sail, the atmosphere was thick with anticipation and resolve, each sailor knowing the stakes were high for their homeland's freedom. On the opposing side, the Ottoman and Egyptian forces prepared with equal resolve, showcasing their naval might under the command of their respective leaders. The initial skirmishes began as cannon fire echoed across the water, marking the start of the Battle of Samos, both sides unwilling to yield. With adept maneuvering, Kanaris led his men to outflank the enemy, employing strategic tactics that would become legendary in Greek naval history. The Egyptian naval commander, aware of Kanaris's reputation, made decisive moves to counterattack, determined not to be outdone by the Greek forces. As the battle raged, both sides showcased exceptional bravery, with sailors exhibiting extraordinary acts of valor against seemingly insurmountable odds. Kanaris's strategic brilliance turned the tides as his fleet managed to encircle a significant portion of the Ottoman forces, leading to a considerable victory. As night fell, the battle began to turn in favor of the Greeks, marking the beginning of a pivotal moment in their fight for independence. The Ottoman forces, now realizing their vulnerability, struggled to maintain cohesion amidst the fierce Greek onslaught. After a fierce struggle, the Ottoman admiral made a crucial decision to withdraw, recognizing the superiority of the Greek naval tactics that day. Meanwhile, the Greek fleet celebrated their hard-fought victory, their spirits lifted by the success against a historically powerful opponent. The victory at Samos not only boosted Greek morale, but also emboldened more citizens to join the fight for independence, inspiring a greater commitment to the cause. The aftermath of the battle led to increased naval recruitment in the Greek fleet as heroes emerged from the ranks, further solidifying the collective aspiration for autonomy. Konstantinos Kanaris emerged as a national hero, celebrated for his leadership and courage, strengthening hopes for Greek independence. In the larger context of the Greek War of Independence, the Battle of Samos stood as a significant victory, symbolizing hope and resilience against an oppressive power. With the persistent echoes of the battle resonating in the hearts of the people, they rallied for solidarity as the war continued, recognizing the importance of unity in their quest for freedom. In the weeks that followed, the Greek navy undertook numerous missions, emboldened by their recent success, to challenge Ottoman dominance in the Aegean. Kanaris's innovative tactics in the Battle of Samos became a benchmark for naval commanders in the Greek fleet, shaping future strategies and engagements. The year 1824 proved crucial for the Greek War of Independence, with the victory at Samos revitalizing the fight and showcasing the resilience of the Greek spirit. The sun rose over the Aegean Sea, casting a golden hue on the Greek fleet as they prepared for battle. Sailors bustled about, tightening sails and checking cannons, the air thick with anticipation. Konstantinos Kanaris gathered his officers on the deck, outlining his strategic plan with precision and confidence. His piercing blue eyes reflected the determination of a man resolute in his mission. As the Greek fleet set sail, the sound of cannon fire echoed in the distance. The Ottomans had prepared their ships, showcasing the might of their naval power. The battle was fierce from the start, with both fleets exchanging cannon fire. Each side sought dominance in the turbulent waters of Samos, their resolve tested by the chaos of war. Kanaris, with unmatched bravery, led daring charges against the larger Ottoman ships, his crew rallied by the courage of their captain. His tactical brilliance shone through the fog of battle. As the battle raged, the Egyptian naval commander's youthful ambition was evident as he attempted to outmaneuver Kanaris, but struggled against the seasoned Greek warrior. The Greeks employed innovative tactics, using smaller, faster ships to dart around the larger Ottoman vessels, minimizing damage while inflicting maximum firepower. Despite their initial advantage, the Ottoman and Egyptian forces began to falter under the relentless Greek assault. Kanaris knew victory was within grasp. Realizing the tides were turning, the Ottoman admiral shifted his strategy, attempting to regroup his forces and launch a counterattack against Kanaris. Kanaris seized the moment, directing his fleet to encircle the Ottoman ships, cutting off their escape routes and reducing their numerical advantage. The desperate counterattack from the Ottomans was met with fierce resistance from the Greeks, whose morale surged with each successful maneuver. As darkness fell, the battleship of Kanaris emerged triumphant, having successfully diminished the enemy's fleet, a bright light amid the darkening sky. Kanaris signaled his fleet to regroup, celebrating their victory while assessing the damage. They had thwarted a powerful enemy but were aware of the war still ahead. News of the victory at Samos spread like wildfire, igniting hope across Greece as more citizens felt inspired to join the struggle for independence. The success at Samos roots itself into the national psyche, strengthening the resolve of young men and women to join the war effort, not just as soldiers, but as civilians aiding the cause. Kanaris's leadership transformed him into a symbol of the fight for Greek independence, further cementing his legacy as a national hero. Emboldened by success, the Greek navy began to implement Kanaris's innovative strategies in future skirmishes, laying the groundwork for a more organized resistance. The Battle of Samos shifted the perception of Greek capabilities against the Ottoman Empire, signaling the start of a series of Greek victories. As reinforcements arrived, the feeling of unity among the Greek forces strengthened the resolve to liberate their homeland from centuries of Ottoman rule. The battle also had significant implications for European observers, revealing the potential for successful resistance against the Ottoman Empire, influencing foreign support for Greece. Kanaris continued to strategize, believing that the battle's lessons could be applied beyond the sea, with implications for land battles and guerrilla tactics. Reflections on the challenges ahead buoyed the spirits of Kanaris's crew, reminding them of the sacrifices made that day and the battles still to come. As the sun rose over the Aegean Sea, tension hung in the air. The Greek fleet, meticulously arranged, awaited the command of Konstantinos Kanaris. The sea glistened, reflecting the bright colors of their ships. Kanaris surveyed his fleet, weighing the odds against the well-equipped Ottoman and Egyptian forces, who towered in numbers. He rallied his crew with a fierce speech, igniting their spirits in preparation for battle. The first cannon fired, signaling the commencement of the battle. The sharp sound echoed across the waters as the Greek fleet boldly engaged, unleashing their artillery upon the enemy. Utilizing the sun's position, Kanaris ordered his fleet to adjust their sails, aiming to blind the enemy as they maneuvered closer, showcasing his tactical genius. The two fleets clashed in fierce combat, cannonballs whistling through the air. The noise of battle reverberated as men shouted commands and fear echoed among the waves. As the battle raged on, Kanaris's leadership became evident, inspiring his crew to fight bravely despite overwhelming odds. Their resilience resulted in a coordinated assault on the Egyptian vessels. The Greek fleet began to gain ground, pushing back the Egyptian forces. Kanaris, ever vigilant, directed his men to capitalize on the enemy's disarray. The Ottomans retaliated with fierce cannon fire, attempting to regroup. However, the Greeks held their ground and continued their relentless assault, refusing to yield. In a bold maneuver, Kanaris ordered a feint to distract their opponents, allowing Greek ships to strike from unexpected angles, creating confusion among the enemy ranks. The tide began to turn in favor of the Greeks as they successfully encircled a large portion of the enemy fleet, effectively cutting off their escape routes. Realizing the dire situation, the Ottoman admiral signaled a retreat, pushing the remnants of his fleet away from the battle as night began to fall. As dusk settled, the triumphant Greek fleet emerged victorious, with cheers echoing across the Aegean as Kanaris's tactical brilliance was celebrated by his crew. With the battle won, Kanaris reflected on the significance of this victory, knowing it would inspire countless others to join the cause of independence. News of the victory at Samos spread quickly, invigorating the Greek population and encouraging more sailors and soldiers to enlist in the fight for independence. Foreign observers took note of the Greek victory, with reports circulating throughout Europe about the resilience of the Greek people and their determination to liberate themselves from Ottoman rule. The strategic lessons learned at Samos began to shape the tactics of the Greek navy, emphasizing the importance of agility over mere numbers in naval warfare. Morale surged throughout the Greek navy as stories of their heroic accomplishments spread. Kanaris's leadership became a rallying symbol for the ongoing struggle. The victory at Samos was not merely a tactical achievement. It was also the psychological blow to the Ottoman Empire, signaling the Greek resolve to fight for their liberty. Recognizing the significance of the victory, Kanaris began laying plans for future engagements, aiming to build on the momentum gained at Samos. The battle inspired countless uprisings across Greece as more regions sought to emulate Kanaris's decisive tactics, gathering forces to join the war effort. As tension grew, Kanaris prepared his fleet for the travels ahead, knowing that Samos had only been the beginning of a long and arduous journey towards independence. In the weeks following the battle, the newfound confidence allowed the Greek navy to engage in new strategies, leading to several victories in subsequent confrontations against the Ottomans. Kanaris's heroism became legendary, forming the basis of songs and tales celebrating the courage and sacrifice of Greeks during their struggle for freedom, ensuring his legacy. Ultimately, the victory at Samos solidified Konstantinos Kanaris's position as a central figure of the Greek War of Independence, forever intertwined with the national consciousness.